Hello. Welcome back to Maci English for Kids. Today, we are going to learn something super useful in English. Modal verbs. So, what are modal verbs? Modal verbs are helping verbs. They work together with the main verb to show ability, possibility, permission, necessity, prohibition, or advice. That means they tell us what we can do, what we must do, what might happen, or even what we should not do. And here's the good news. Modal verbs are very easy to use because they never change form. No S, no ing, no ed. They are always the same. Common modal verbs are can, could, may, might, must, shall, should, will, would. Let me give you a few examples so you see what I mean. I can swim. You should eat your vegetables. It might rain later. See, each one has a little helper before the main verb. Part 2. How to use modal verbs. Alright, let's see how we use them in real life. Modal verbs have different jobs. Sometimes we use them to talk about ability. We use can to talk about ability now, and could for ability in the past. For example, I can say, I can play the guitar, or she can speak Spanish. If I want to talk about the past, I use could. When I was little, I could run very fast. If I want to say something negative, I just add not. I can't swim very well. Or we couldn't find our keys yesterday. We also use modal verbs to ask or give permission. Imagine you're in class and you want to ask, "Can I go outside?" Or you can be very polite and say, "May I sit here?" A teacher might also say, "You can play outside." And if something is not allowed, we say, "You cannot touch the stove." Or, "You may not enter this room." Another way we use modal verbs is to talk about possibility. We use these to talk about something that is possible, but we are not 100% sure. For example, it might rain later. She might be tired. Or they could be at the park. If it's not possible, we say, it might not snow tomorrow. Or he might not come to the party. We also use modal verbs to talk about necessity or obligation, something we really must do. For example, you must wear a helmet. Students must be quiet. And we must finish our homework. If we want to say something is forbidden, we just say, must not. You must not run in the hallway. Or, you mustn't eat in class. Sometimes we use modal verbs to give advice. We use should to give advice or say what is a good idea. Imagine your friend is tired. You can say, you should sleep early. Or if someone is sick, you should drink more water. If something is not a good idea, we say, you shouldn't watch too much TV. Or, we shouldn't be late. Modal verbs are also very helpful to talk about the future or something you decide to do. If I say, I will call you tomorrow, or we will go to the zoo, I'm talking about something that will happen later. Sometimes we use shall. For example, you shall see the results soon. And if I want to say something negative, she won't be here today. Finally, modal verbs can make us sound more polite or help us talk about imaginary situations. For example, I can ask, would you like some tea? Or say, I would help if I had time. See how modal verbs make sentences more clear and interesting? Part 3. Important rules. Now remember a few simple rules. After a modal verb, we always use the base form of the main verb. We say, I can swim. Not, I can to swim. Also, modal verbs never take us, so we say, he can dance. Not, he can dance. And they are the same for all subjects. I can, you can, he can, she can. Always the same word. Part 4. Practice together. Okay, now let's practice. I'll say some sentences and you repeat after me. Ready? I can ride a bike. We should be quiet. They might come later. You must wear shoes. She will help you. Would you like some tea? Great job. And that's it for today. You have just learned what modal verbs are, what they mean, and how to use them in many situations. Permission, possibility, necessity, advice, and the future. Try to make your own sentences with can, could, may, might, must, shall, should, will, and would. Practice every day, and soon you will sound more natural in English. See you next time on Maci, English for Kids. Bye-bye.